Alright, let's dive into this because it's a story that's got layers. And I'm not just talking about the rugby league itself. John Bateman leaving the NRL to return to the Bradford Bulls? Personally, I think this is one of those moves that's about more than just rugby. It's about roots, legacy, and what it means to come full circle in a career. What makes this really interesting is the emotional weight behind it. Bateman's not just signing a contract, he's coming home. And in a sport where players often chase the biggest paycheck or the brightest spotlight, this feels different. It's a reminder that sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants, even if it means stepping away from the NRL's glitz and grind. Now let's break this down. Bateman's been a stalwart in the NRL, racking up 88 matches across 3 clubs. That's no small feat, but what many people don't realize is that his return to Bradford isn't just a nostalgic trip. It's a strategic move. He's 32, which in rugby terms, is the age where experience starts to outweigh raw athleticism. From my perspective, this is Bateman positioning himself as a mentor, a leader, and a bridge between the club's past and its future. He's not just there to play. He's there to build something. And that's what this really suggests. Bradford's not just getting a player. They're getting a cornerstone for their project. One thing that immediately stands out is Bateman's honesty about his motivations. He's not sugarcoating it. He wants to win. He wants Bradford to be back in the big games, packing out Odsal Stadium. That kind of ambition is infectious, and it's exactly what a club in transition needs. But here's the deeper question. Can he deliver? The NRL is a different beast than the Super League. And while Bateman's experience is undeniable, the physical demands of the game don't get easier with age. Personally, I think he's up for it, but it's going to take more than just his individual effort. It's about how he elevates those around him. Now, let's pivot to Jack Welsby's revelation about almost joining the NRL. This is a detail I find fascinating because it highlights the tug-of-war players face between loyalty and opportunity. Welsby's a St. Helens legend, but he was this close to packing his bags for the Dolphins. What this really suggests is that even the most rooted players have moments of doubt, moments where they wonder, what if? And honestly, I get it. The NRL is the pinnacle of rugby league. Faster, more physical, and with a global spotlight. But Welsby's decision to stay put speaks volumes about his character. He's a home bird, and sometimes that's just as important as chasing a dream. What's also intriguing is Welsby's openness to a future NRL move. He's not closing any doors, which is smart. At 25, he's still got plenty of rugby ahead of him, and if he gets back to his best form, those NRL offers will come knocking again. But here's the thing. The NRL isn't just a league, it's a lifestyle. It's a different culture, a different pace, and not everyone thrives in it. So while Welsby might be open to the idea, I'd argue that his success would depend just as much on his ability to adapt off the field as on it. Lastly, let's talk about Kayliss Fatialofa joining the Manly Sea Eagles. This is a classic case of a club betting on potential. Fatialofa's yet to play an NRL game, but his performances in the NSW Cup have been turning heads. What makes this move really interesting is the risk-reward factor. Manly's not just signing a player. They're investing in a prospect they believe can be a game-changer. But here's the catch. The NRL is unforgiving. The jump from reserve grade to the big leagues is massive, and not everyone makes it. From my perspective, Fatialofa's got the tools, speed, power, athleticism, but the real test will be his mental toughness. Can he handle the pressure? Can he adapt to the pace? Those are the questions that will define his career. If you take a step back and think about it, these 3 stories, Bateman, Welsby, and Fatialofa, are all about transitions. Bateman's transitioning back to his roots, Welsby's weighing his options, and Fatialofa's taking his first big leap. And that's what makes rugby league so compelling. It's not just about the games. It's about the journeys, the decisions, and the human stories behind them. So here's my closing thought. In a sport where careers are short and decisions are permanent, what really defines a player isn't just their talent. It's their courage to take the next step, whatever that may be. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.